In the world of football, where heroes are celebrated and legends are born, there are those who evoke a very different kind of emotion. Join us as we delve into the intriguing and often controversial stories of top 10 toxic players who, for one reason or another, became the most toxic figures in the sport. Buckle up for a rollercoaster ride through the world of football's most polarizing figures. Number 10. Ashley Cole. In the realm of football, Ashley Cole, better known as Cashley, stands out as a player with a controversial and widely disliked reputation. His notoriety springs from a dual source: his history of marital infidelity, including a high-profile cheating scandal involving celebrity wife Cheryl Cole, which garnered widespread media attention and public backlash. This infidelity not only tarnished his personal life, but also painted him as a figure of moral ambiguity in the public eye. Adding to this negative perception was his perceived greed for higher wages, revealed candidly in his autobiography, where he openly expresses his desire for more substantial financial rewards, striking many fans as excessive and out of touch with the average supporter's perspective. This revelation only reinforced the image of Cole as a player who prioritized personal gain over team loyalty or the love of the game itself. Ashley Cole's legacy is one defined by these off-field controversies, leaving an indelible mark on his image in the eyes of many, overshadowing his prowess as a talented footballer. Number 9. Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona, often referred to as King Eric, is a name that elicits strong emotions in the world of football. While adored by many for his exceptional talents on the pitch, he is equally reviled by others due to his controversial character. Cantona's enigmatic personality and infamous karate kick incident during a match against Crystal Palace have cemented his status as one of the most polarizing figures in the sport. His unique skills, vision, and flair made him a mesmerizing presence in the field, earning him a devoted following among fans of the clubs he played for, particularly Leeds United and Manchester United. However, Cantona's career was marred by moments of controversy, none more infamous than his karate kick on a Crystal Palace fan in January 1995. This shocking act of aggression resulted in a lengthy suspension and a substantial public backlash, solidifying his position as one of the most toxic players in football history. Fans and critics alike viewed it as an inexcusable outburst that brought disgrace to the game, and this incident, perhaps more than any other, defines the reasons behind the strong dislike that many hold for Eric Cantona. Off the field, Cantona cultivated an enigmatic persona, known for his cryptic and often philosophical statements in interviews, which intrigued some and alienated others. His aloofness and the air of mystery that surrounded him made it difficult for some fans to connect with him personally, contributing to the love-hate relationship many had with him. Number 8. Mario Balotelli. Mario Balotelli, affectionately known as Super Mario, is a footballer whose career has been a paradox of extraordinary on-field talent and a penchant for off-field controversies that have earned him widespread disapproval. Since his arrival at Manchester City in 2010, Balotelli has become synonymous with headline-grabbing antics, from throwing darts at youth players during training to ignoring his manager, Roberto Mancini, after being substituted in his last Premier League match. These incidents have constantly cast him as a disruptive presence and a liability both on and off the field, drawing criticism from fans and the footballing community. Balotelli's antics, characterized by a lack of discipline and respect for authority, fueled a perception of him as a player who prioritized personal indulgence over team unity, garnering hatred from fans who viewed his behavior as detrimental to the sport's values and spirit. Lost amid the controversy, however, is Balotelli's undeniable prowess on the pitch, demonstrated by his remarkable ability to score 17 goals in all competitions during a season with Manchester City. His polarizing reputation underscores the complex nature of his persona, leaving football fans and pundits alike pondering why he was so frequently in the headlines for the wrong reasons, despite his undeniable footballing talent. Number 7. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez, a name that has become synonymous with both brilliance and controversy in the world of football. Known for his incredible skills and prolific goal scoring, Suarez has also etched his place in history for some deeply troubling reasons, which have led to widespread hatred and condemnation. First and foremost, Suarez is infamous for his biting incidents, with 3 separate incidents involving opponents. These shocking acts of aggression occurred during his career, with the most well-known incident happening during the 2014 FIFA World Cup when he bit Italian defender Giorgio Chiellini. These biting episodes left fans and fellow players stunned, and it seemed that Suarez's penchant for biting was both bizarre and inexcusable. The images of him sinking his teeth into opponents were etched into the collective memory of football fans worldwide, forever tarnishing his reputation. But perhaps the darkest stain on Suarez's career came in the form of racism allegations. In 2011, he was accused of racially abusing Patrice Evra, a fellow professional footballer, during a match between Liverpool and Manchester United. The allegations and subsequent investigation cast a dark shadow over Suarez's career, leading to a suspension and widespread condemnation. The incident not only raised questions about racism in football, but also solidified Suarez's position as a figure of disdain and controversy. While there's no denying Suarez's incredible talent and goal-scoring prowess, his actions on and off the field have left a bitter taste in the mouths of many football fans. The biting incidents and racism allegations have resulted in him being one of the most toxic figures in the history of the sport. Number 6. Diego Costa. Diego Costa, a name that evokes a mix of fear, frustration, and often sheer anger among football fans and opponents alike. While he is undoubtedly a talented striker, Costa's career has been marred by a series of actions and behaviors that have earned him widespread disdain and a reputation as one of football's most toxic figures. One of the primary reasons for the animosity towards Costa is his notorious temper. He is infamous for his aggressive and confrontational style of play, often crossing the line into violent conduct. His on-field clashes, which include stamping on opponents and engaging in confrontations, have resulted in numerous charges for violent conduct. These actions not only tarnish the spirit of the game, but also endanger the safety of fellow players, earning him the ire of fans and fellow professionals alike. Costa's approach to the game also involves a fair share of psychological warfare. He has a knack for getting under the skin of opponents, often attempting to provoke confrontations during matches. This antagonistic behavior not only disrupts the flow of the game, but also creates a hostile atmosphere on the pitch, which is something that many fans find distasteful. Moreover, Costa's reputation for lacking honor and integrity has only fueled the animosity towards him. Instances like taunting Seamus Coleman about his own goal in 2014 and simulating injury when there is minimal contact have left a sour taste in the mouths of fans, and have further solidified his image as a player willing to bend or break the rules to gain an advantage. Despite his hard man image, Costa's actions on and off the field have painted a picture of a player who is more interested in agitating opponents and playing dirty than in showcasing his skills and contributing positively to the sport. For these reasons, Diego Costa remains one of the most despised figures in football, a player who is known not only for his talent, but also for his troubling antics that have marred his career. Number 5. John Terry. John Terry, the former Chelsea and England captain, is a football figure who, despite his considerable talents on the pitch, has been embroiled in multiple scandals that have left a lasting stain on his reputation. One of the most well-known controversies involving Terry was his affair with his ex-wife and his then-teammate Wayne Bridge. This revelation shook the football world and caused significant turmoil within the England national team and Chelsea. The betrayal of a teammate in such a personal manner understandably left Wayne Bridge distraught, leading to a rift that affected the team's dynamics. Terry's involvement in this affair eventually led to his departure from the English national team and created a fracture within the Chelsea squad as trust among players eroded. However, the affair was not only a scandal that marred Terry's career, he also embroiled in a high-profile racism controversy involving Anton Ferdinand. Terry was accused of racially abusing Ferdinand during a match, an accusation that had severe implications for both his reputation and career. While Terry was eventually found not guilty in a court of law, the incident still left a cloud of doubt hanging over him. The racism controversy not only damaged his image, but also strained his relationship with fans and fellow players. He was stripped of his role as captain of the England national team, a position that carries immense responsibility and prestige. This decision was a clear indication of the breakdown in trust between Terry and the footballing authorities. John Terry's career is a testament to the complexities of the football world. His prowess as a defender and leader on the pitch is undeniable, but his off-field actions and controversies have left a divisive legacy. Number 4. El Hadji Diouf. El Hadji Diouf, a name that elicits strong emotions in the footballing world, is a player whose career was defined by a long list of his off-field antics and controversies, casting a long dark shadow over his career, making him one of the most toxic players in the history of the sport. Diouf had a peculiar habit. one that left opponents and even fans disgusted. He had a tendency to spit. Yes, you heard that right. The act of spitting, a gesture of disrespect and aggression, became his trademark. It wasn't just one-off incident. It happened repeatedly, inviting the wrath of the footballing authorities and drawing the ire of fans worldwide. His actions on the pitch seemed to defy all notions of sportsmanship and respect. But Doof's unsportsmanlike behavior didn't stop enough. He crossed the line further by using a racial slur against a ball boy. Such actions only added to the list of growing reasons why football fans couldn't stand him. That showcased a pattern of behavior that was far from professional and far from what the sport demands of its ambassadors. Number 3. Joey Bartham. Joey Bartham, a name that could spark a heated debate in any football fan's living room. This guy was a one-man whirlwind, and his career was like a roller coaster ride through the wild world of English football, full of breathtaking highs and stomach-churning lows. On the field, Burton was a bit of a bruiser, known for dishing out tackles that could make your bones shiver. He didn't just play football, he played it with a ferocity that often bordered on recklessness. The line between tough play and outright aggression, well, he didn't just blur it, he often erased it entirely. If there was a scrap brewing on the pitch, you could bet your bottom dollar that Barton would be somewhere in the thick of it, throwing punches or trading words. Discipline? Well, let's just say that wasn't exactly his strong suit. Red cards, fines, and suspensions? Joey Barton collected those like some people collect trading cards. He seemed to thrive on controversy, leaving a trail of chaos in his wake that drove referees and managers to the brink of insanity. But it wasn't just on the field where Barton's fire burned. Off the pitch, he was a coach's nightmare. His short fuse and fiery temper made him a ticking time bomb in the dressing room. Authority figures, they had as much luck trying to control him as a kitten trying to tame a lion. And then there was the infamous cigarette incident. In one jaw-dropping moment, Barton stubbed a cigarette out on a teammate's eye during a training ground showdown. It was a scene straight out of a gangster movie, not a football pitch. The sheer audacity of it left everyone stunned, and it cemented Barton's reputation as a player who was unpredictable and, frankly, a bit dangerous. Number 2. Pepe. Pepe, the footballing firebrand, a player who could divide a room full of fans faster than a Cristiano Ronaldo free kick. He was a man loved by the Madrid faithful, but, let's be honest, mostly despised by the rest of the footballing world. His name was synonymous with controversy, and his style of play was, well, let's just say it was combative, with a capital C. You see, Pepe didn't just play football, he waged war on the pitch. He had a reputation for collecting yellow cards like they were trophies, and he wasn't shy about launching himself into tackles with the force of a freight train. If there was a 50-50 challenge to be won, you could bet your last dollar that Pepe would throw himself into it fearlessly. But it wasn't just his rugged determination that set him apart, it was his knack for getting into the minds of his opponents. He was a psychological warrior, and he played that game as skillfully as he played with the ball at his feet. When Pepe was on the pitch, you were in for a roller coaster ride of emotions, and you never know what would happen next. In his heyday with Real Madrid, Pepe was like a pressure cooker about to blow, a player who thrived on confrontation and chaos. While Madridistas adored him for his unwavering loyalty and tenacity, fans of other clubs couldn't stand him. To them, he was a villain, a symbol of everything they disliked about the sport. Number 1. Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs, a name that once echoed through the hallowed halls of Old Trafford, has a story that's far from the glory of 34 trophies and 13 Premier League titles. No, his tale takes a dark turn, one that goes beyond the drama of football matches and into the realm of family, betrayal, and scandal. In the world of football, we've seen our fair share of controversies. John Terry's affair with a teammate's wife was a shocker, no doubt. But what Giggs did, well, that's something else entirely. It wasn't just a betrayal, it was a sacrilegious act of deception. Giggs embarks on an 8-year-long affair with none other than his own brother Rodri's girlfriend, Natasha. Let that sink in. He didn't stop there, he continued this clandestine relationship even after Natasha and Rodri tied the knot. It was a betrayal that transcended the boundaries of loyalty and trust. But it gets worse. When Natasha discovered she was pregnant, just 2 weeks before she was due to marry Rodri, Giggs convinced her to terminate the pregnancy. It was a heartless act, a manipulation of the highest order, and it showcased the depths to which he was willing to go to protect his secret life. When the scandal finally exploded in 2011 and Rodri confronted Giggs with the damning evidence, the footballing legend's response was chillingly dismissive. Just casual. It was as if he was trying to downplay the gravity of his actions, as if it were all just a minor fling. Ryan Giggs' extramarital escapades have cast a long shadow over his footballing career, a shadow that no number of trophies can dispel. It's a tale that goes beyond the pitch, a narrative of deceit and betrayal that rightly deserves every ounce of hatred and condemnation that's been heaped upon it. In the world of football, emotions run deep. These players, though often controversial, were an integral part of the sport's rich tapestry. As we conclude this journey through the lives and legacies of football's most toxic figures, remember that the beautiful game is a reflection of the complexities of human nature. If you think we missed any other players who should be on this list, please let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this exploration into the world of football's top toxic players. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing stories from the world of sports.